Namaste and good day to all the distinguished delegates. It's an honor to be here before you and share some insights on how sustainable water management can transform our relationship with nature, agriculture, and the community we serve. So by profession, I am a social scientist as well as a professor come self-development trainer. So now I am going to share certain insights into water, the elixir of life, sustainable water management in agriculture and natural resource conservation. Both the speakers, previous speakers have already shared certain kind of theories, and I am going to explain how practically all the schemes and everything is applicable in the grassroots level communities with the grassroots level community in order to restore and regenerate and rejuvenate the livelihood of the rural and tribal people of India. Next slide, please. Yeah. So again, it's not this one or this one. Okay, thank you. So water, the elixir of life. Again to say, water is not just merely a natural resource. So, it is the lifeblood of ecosystem, agriculture, economics, and civilization. Our ancient traditions, we have been listening that water is a life. It is the elixir of life. Jal hi jeevan hai. So what is that? It starts from the hill area and comes to the household level. Everywhere it is a basic necessity, starting from agriculture, starting from the livelihood and our sustenance itself, not only the sustenance of the nature. So, in my opinion, it is a sacred thread that binds the nature and the entire ecosystem and all of us and the planet. Yeah. Sir has already explained about the water scarcity and the climate challenges very minutely and in very detail. So this is just a glance regarding 2.5% of water is fresh water, and fresh water is under crisis nowadays. This is the global scenario. And rising demand is 20 to 30% as Sir has explained by 2050. So there will be scarcity, water scarcity, and and climate challenge in the forthcoming years, looking into the current scenario. And agriculture is the dominant user of water, which consumes 70% of the water of the planet. So, looking into all this scenario, there is a call for integrated responses. Water management, watershed management, it cannot be stand in isolation, and one development is not sufficient. If we can address one issue, it is not enough for the holistic development. So, there are interlinked crises in the water sector. Water scarcity, which affects the livelihood system, food insecurity, health, energy sector, gender equity, as well as the ecosystem. So, it leads to the vulnerability in the agrarian communities, who face compounding stress, income security, and climate change. This heighten the tension due to the erratic rainfalls and the climate change, the global warming, all the issue as you all know. So no need to explain them in detail. So the focus is on integrated water management is the key, where we can, with the community, address as it is a combination of climate smart agriculture, efficient irrigation, decentralized storage system, and watershed restoration. For this purpose, policy is there. Sarah has already explained regarding the policy. Like policy framework for sustainable water use. India's one of the best flagship program is the NREGA, which focus on all the construction works, but it it is an employment guarantee scheme which does farm ponds, check dam, contour trenches, percolation tanks. All these are the certain water conservation measures. And institution anchors are also there, like NABARD and other civil society who is doing mainly focusing on watershed development through its WADI scheme. And there are also local governance like Panchayati Raj institutions, environment education, capacity building, another area, and Panchayati Raj institutions and different types of water user committees, community-based organizations, and the Gram Panchayat, all are there at the grassroots level. So policy is there. Community are also taking certain conservative actions for natural resource management. So this is the holistic framework of natural resource management, NRM. What is it? It adopts its system lens, integrating land, water, people, and ecosystem. So it is a ridge to valley approach. This is the integrated management system, natural resources. So watershed planning units which enable localized integrated natural resource governance. So there is afforestation, there is a land management, there are soil conservation techniques, there are reforestation, and also rainwater harvesting systems are all at the household level. These are the key interventions under natural resource NRM. And mulching, which boost moisture retention and control the erosion. Yeah. So these are the implementation and what we can do at the grassroots level. As you were asking a question regarding nature-based solutions. So while coming into the village level, we find there are some traditional techniques among the population, among the farmers, small and marginal farmers, all the tribal communities who have been already, they have the knowledge and skill to use, conserve, store the water. Like in traditional villages, we find bore wells, step wells, aquifer tapping system, common ponds, tanks, which they use in different kind of activities, not only the agriculture field, but also for fishery and other kind of income generating activities. Apart from that, there are modern water smart technology. So we can incorporate both of them. This is a blending of both the system with the traditional water wisdom along with modern smart technologies like multi-cropping, precision farming, conservation agriculture, agroforestry, drip and sprinkler irrigation, etc., etc. So what is the outcome of this? It reduced water footprint, resilient yields, and community participation in sustainable farming. So solar irrigation, coming to solar irrigation, it is a revolutionary leap in the present era. So the key drivers of solar irrigation, what happens? Solar powered irrigation system, which can be introduced in areas where electricity is not available. and for round the year cultivation technology. So the core benefits is that along with multiplying the crops, it also reduces the green gas emission, contributing to climate mitigation. It enables off-grid irrigation, expanding coverages to understand the regions, and it supports year-round cultivation, improving food security as well as income of the farmers. So it is not only an enabler of energy justice, climate adaptation, and it also includes rural transformation. Yeah, this is an example. This is the practical application of all these techniques and technologies in a field area. This is the picture of SG Foundation, which is doing watershed-based planning. The first step of sustainable water management is water-based planning. It is a pillar of sustainability. So what is a watershed? It covers the entire area. A watershed is a land area that channels rainfall into creeks, streams, rivers, and eventually reaching a common outlet. So, an integrated approach is necessary in order to treat from ridge area towards the valley area and agricultural lands. What is the value of a healthy watershed? It increases groundwater recharge, reduce runoff and erosion, and maintain water quality. And watershed management nurtures soil, water, vegetation to restore ecosystem and ensure water availability. This is again another example what SG Foundation have done. Soil and water conservation measures for sustainable development and rural livelihood in collaboration with Government of Odisha, Department of Soil Conservation. So all these activities are undertaken both in Odisha and West Bengal through support from NABARD. So this is a construction works of check dams and contour bunding, trenching to enhance moisture. These are the innovative interventions under an watershed area. And there is also some forest protection measures taken by the community. There is a ban on tree cutting and regulated groundwater uses. So what are the transformative outcomes? Groundwater levels significantly improved, agricultural productivity surged, and out-migration dropped to zero. Because people were previously depending on rain-fed agriculture only. After giving them all this, after treating the land, treating the water, treating the forest, migration has stopped. And NABARD reports that the per capita income doubled between 2014 and 2024. This is the solar powered irrigation systems which are installed within the community. This is the land of a farmer which is doing triple layer, that is called merchant technology of cultivation, triple tier cultivation. 3 types of crops planted in a same patch of land. So a small and marginal farmer can do his can adopt this technology in his homestead land also. So solar water pump are installed in the nearby dog well. So this is an example. This is the outcome of this natural watershed management, natural resource management based on watershed technologies. He is Padma Shri Daitari Naik. He is known as Canal Man of Odisha. He received this Padma Shri because he has, for digging out a 3-kilometer tunnel through the Gunasika mountain in Orissa between 2010 and 2013 alone. So this is the without seeking support from anyone. So this is the use of his traditional technology and idea. He digged from the hill and uh, while digging, enter the channel towards his cultivable land. So it is a 3-kilometer channel. And SG Foundation, he is a beneficiary of SG Foundation, and SG Foundation nominated and accompanied him in receiving the Padma Shri. So coming into the planet. Enter planet. While talking about water, the whole planet is one. As a few days back, our scientist who has gone to space, who said that there is no, how the earth and planet looks like, there is no border, nothing. Nothing is visible from space. So the planet is one, and charity begins at home. And when I change, the world will change. So each of our village, if it will change, conserve water, preserve the planet, work on it. Each and every individual, if they are sensitive at their household level, conserve the energy, then ultimately from micro level, we can address the issues at the macro level or global level. Water is also related to a cultural and ethical imperative. As we know, there are main 3 sacred rivers, Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. They are not merely rivers, but embodiments of motherhood, divinity and continuity. And our Upanishad also says that water is Jivanam, which gives and sustains life. So each and every individual should be that sensitive, that how important water is, so that for today's scenario, what we are seeing today, the scarcity and stress on climate, stress on water, who is responsible for it? Who is responsible? We are responsible. Then who has to solve? We have to solve. So it is our combined responsibility, not the government, not who are focusing on this climate change, not the department, nothing. Each and every individual has the responsibility because we are the creator of the situation. So water is not just for survival, it is for flourishing ecologically, economically and ethically. By placing it at the center of planning, politics and personal conduct, we honor its gift and also we can secure its legacy. Thank you and namaste for your patient hearing.